back here at home, Congress begins to further examine the region, Afghanistan, Pakistan, as both the Senate and House hold hearings today on security in those countries.
Senator John Barrasso is a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and he joins us now. Senator, I want to start with the conversation that I've heard many members of Congress already talk about privately and publicly, and that is our relationship with Pakistan. Let me just ask you straight up, Pakistan, friend or foe?
Well, I don't think we know, but I think the computer that they found with Osama bin Laden is going to be something that's going to give us a lot more information. I'm much more interested in seeing the contents of that computer than I am with the video of what happened in that compound. But let me tell you, Chuck, last night I was at the White House with the president. I congratulated him personally. The applause was long, it was sincere, and it was bipartisan support of what has occurred. And specifically, you know, thank you for these Navy SEALs who did an incredible job. They've made all of America very proud.
Senator, just picking up on what Chuck's talking about, this issue of Pakistan, obviously a lot of people are looking very hard at that country, thinking about the billions in aid it has received, and thinking about that huge compound, 8 times larger than any building, right outside of Islamabad, right next to a military academy, and thinking, wait a minute, why are we spending all this money in Pakistan? Is this a good investment? Are they really our ally? What's your take?
Yeah. Well, my concern is that it may not have been a good investment. There's a lot of money, and Senator Kerry, the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee on which I serve, has always been an advocate of additional funding. We send a lot of money both through the Department of Defense and the State Department to Pakistan. It's, I think, going to be hard for Americans to figure how the Pakistanis didn't know that Osama bin Laden was being kind of hidden in that compound. You know, you're talking about a location that really is a military town where people that are involved in military activities live and retire. They work there. There was a base not very far from the location where he was, as they say, hiding in plain sight.
Right.
You know, I was in Pakistan last year, met with the leadership there. I was there with Senator Joe Lieberman as well as John McCain. We asked specifically about Osama bin Laden. We said, oh, they don't. We heard no, they had no idea where he is. I think that we're going to learn a lot from these computers.
You know, Senator, I should read you a part of an op-ed this morning in the Washington Post from Pakistan's president, head of the civilian leadership, Zardari. Here's what he writes. He blames, of course, what most politicians do, blame the media. He says some in the U.S. press have suggested that Pakistan lacked vitality in its pursuit of terrorism, or worse yet, that we were disingenuous and actually protected the terrorists we claim to be pursuing. Such baseless speculation may make exciting cable news, but it doesn't reflect fact. Pakistan has had as much reason to despise al-Qaeda as any nation. In fairness to President Zardari, Senator, the civilian leadership does seem to want to be supportive of the U.S. efforts. It's been this issue with the Pakistani intelligence, the ISI.
Well, we sure don't have all of the information. We're going to go look for it. I'm going to meet with, as other senators are today, with Leon Panetta, the head of the CIA, in a secure briefing setting. And a lot of these questions are going to come up. What did the Pakistanis know? When did they know it? And what was the relationship between the Pakistani military, the secret group, as you've talked about, as well as the government, between them and Osama bin Laden? Because it does seem, and Americans who've looked at videos and oversight of this compound have to think they had to know he was there.
Senator, what do you think this will mean for the war in Afghanistan? Certainly there will be some who say we have gotten Osama bin Laden. That was the organizing, unifying principle behind going into Afghanistan, and I mean, in addition to not having a safe haven for al-Qaeda. Do you think this hinders the war effort in the sense that some people will say, time to get out, our work there is done?
Well, some people may say that. I'm not going to say that. You know, al-Qaeda continues to want to target the United States. Those targets didn't end after 9/11, and I don't think they're going to end after last Sunday night. I think that this is going to continue, and we need to see that to completion.
Senator John Barrasso, member of the Republican leadership in the Senate side, Republican from Wyoming. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, Savannah.
Appreciate it.